We're from the town with the great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh. This is Anthony. Just wanted to touch base with you guys today. I don't know what you guys have heard, if anything, but there is some photos circulating the internet that I felt needed to be addressed. So there are some fake BGS graded slabs going around, guys, and they're really tough to identify. You can see the picture behind me. These are the slabs in question that are going around. I am going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth the details on this, guys, because these are tough to tell apart. So if you buy a lot of Beckett or you're looking to buy Beckett graded slabs, graded cards, I would definitely double check them very closely in the eBay listing before you buy them. Also, go through your slabs and make sure what I'm about to show you is there, because if not, you may have a counterfeit slab. So hang tight and stick around to the end of this video so that you can learn how to identify whether or not your graded cards from Beckett are real or fake. So here we go, guys. Okay, so this is Sports Card Radio. Beware fake BGS graded slabs. So Beckett Grading Services, BGS, confirm the existence of counterfeit graded card holders. A social media post on November 12th, 2020 terrified sports card collectors and sent them scrambling to check their slabs.
Where is it? Where is he? He has to be around here somewhere.
And it sure as heck did, because I ran and my wife was like, what are you doing? Because I was frantically checking my slabs, because it just so happens the most expensive card I own is graded by Beckett. So I was very concerned with that. So let's take a look and see this post here from Panda Cards. So they had two of these LeBron slabs. They bought two of them. And the crazy thing was, I don't know how well you can see it here, but they have the exact same serial number. And now no two graded cards have the exact same serial number. And he noticed that the two slabs didn't fit perfectly into each other. Whereas if you have graded cards, you'll know that the Beckett slabs fit nicely into each other. The PSA slabs fit nicely in with each other. The SGC slabs fit nicely in with each other. So if you have two different grading companies, it would make sense for them not to fit nicely in together. But whenever they're two of the exact same graded company cards and they were graded in the same time frame, because every once in a while companies do upgrade their slabs, so it would make sense if it was, say, a card that was graded 10-20 years ago and a card that was just graded. It might not be just right, but for these to be two that were graded, supposedly graded together, that it's a little bit sketch. So here is Beckett Grading responding Panda Cards. We are aware of the situation and have already taken actions to protect the brand/service. If you look closely, there are differences with these cases/labels, so be sure to buy wisely. So here's the crazy thing. Their explanation is, hey, if you look closely, there are some differences, so buy wisely. That doesn't sit right with me, because my thing is, like, as long as it has your label and your logo, then I want to just be able to say, okay, that's a real card, let me buy it. So let's look at this Luca right here. That is a fake. So this is a 10, a pristine, which is one of the hardest grades to get. It was 110 off of being a black label. So here's how you can tell it's fake. You see this PAT number here? There's no period in between the T and the number. All of the real ones have a period there. So let me show you what you see right here, where it's just T and then the number, no period or anything like that. Now look, here's a real one. There's the period. So go through, guys, check your Beckett slabs. You'll see there's a PAT at the bottom of all of them, and make sure there's a period here in between the T and the number starting. So again, you can see this Luca right here does not have like the periods and a little bit of a space in between, but you can look at this real one over here where it does have that. So that's just something to be mindful of. So one thing I'd like to know is, does this affect the value even more of Beckett? Are we going to see SGC leapfrog them and become the number 2 as far as sports card grading goes? Because PSA still has that stranglehold on number 1 as far as I'm considered. PSA is king, and SGC is still, they're still on the come up, and BGS's times have been slower and slower. So I'm guessing that a lot of their slow times may have something to do with the problems they're having in upgrading their casing and stuff like that. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see if, you know, maybe put some kind of a hologram or something in there, kind of like PSA is doing with their newer cases, or something that just harder to counterfeit. Because right now, all they'd really have to do is copy a label and put in that same information. So unless you're looking and you're just like an expert and you know that there needs to be a little period in that PAT number, like, because who's going to even look at that number? You know what I mean? Like, that's not even something I would think to look at for the legitimacy of the slab. But now that this has come out, I'm really glad it has, because it's educating me, and hopefully it's going to educate you guys too. So that way you won't make a big mistake with your graded cards, because now we have to worry about people counterfeiting the graded cards. Now I can see if the cards weren't graded and you're buying a raw card, that would be one thing, but these graded cards are supposed to be the way that we are able to tell that this is a legitimate, actual, real card. So from what I understand, they're not so much worried that one of the LeBrons is fake. They think they're both real cards. They just think that the grade might not be a real grade because of it not being a real slab. So essentially it's a counterfeit slab. I could take a PSA 8 and I could say, okay, well, I'm going to put this in this 9.5 slab, because the higher the grade, the better value you're going to get from the cards. So if they are faking it, what they're doing is they're probably taking lesser graded cards that aren't worth the premium that a higher graded card would be, and they're probably putting it in the slab and selling it as a higher graded card. So say somebody would want to take the LeBron 9.5 and try to switch it over to a PSA 10. They buy it thinking, oh, okay, these grades and subgrades look fantastic. They crack it out and they send it in. All of a sudden they have a PSA 8, you know? So that's probably what's happening. Again, guys, I'm real curious to know your opinion on this. Do you think it would be wise to sell your BGS slabs and move into PSA, or would you say just hold because the market's going to continue to go up on this once this kind of blows over? Be real curious to hear some of your guys' opinion on this. I just thought that this was too big of a story not to share with you guys. And again, if you have any graded Beckett cards, or you're in the market to buy any, especially online, make sure you're checking that there's a period in between that PAT number and the letters and the digits. So guys, I appreciate you joining me for this video. I will see you next time. Hopefully you take it easy, and may God bless.